Afternoon, guys. I'm Dave Canterbury with Self-Reliance Outfitters in the Pathfinder School. Welcome back to our series, Making Your Own Trapping Tools on the Cheap. Again, it's not always going to be real cheap to make your own trapping tools if you have to buy the equipment first, but I'm assuming that you already have this equipment around your homestead. It's not something that you had to go out and buy to make the trapping gear. It's stuff that you already have around your homestead for making everything that you need, or making lots of other things that you need. And you just happen to be making trapping tools on that equipment today or in this series. There's been a little bit of confusion on that I've seen in the comments. Now, we made trap stakes in our very first part of this series. The other thing that you can use to hold your traps that's very effective is called earth anchors. And earth anchors are really considered a disposable item. You put it in the ground, you leave it there. And these are cabled earth anchors that have a piece of 7x7 cable on them with about 2,000 pounds of breaking strength. No coyote's ever going to pull this out of the ground. They have a bullet on the end of them, and the way it works is you drive that bullet into the dirt, and then when it's pulled straight up, it turns sideways in the dirt and cocks at an angle so that it can't come out. Now, you can use just a regular trap stake, like the one you made, to drive these earth anchors in the ground. The problem with that is that the diameter is really, really close, and you're liable to get stuck in there and not be able to get it out if you've got to pound it in very hard ground. So your best option is to take one of the stakes that you made and turn it into an earth anchor driver if that's what you plan to do. So you want to take that thing on a belt sander and just grind it down so that it slides all the way into that bullet and slides out very, very easily. So we'll do that first. Okay, so all I've done now is I've taken this trap stake and I have taken the diameter down on the front end of it so that it now fits inside and pulls out of very easily in these earth anchors. That doesn't stop it from being used as a stake, but I'm going to paint the top of this one red so I know which one is the earth anchor driver in my trap basket. I used a belt sander to do this, but again, an angle grinder would work fine, or even a cheap bench grinder would do this job, no problem. Okay. The next traps we want to talk about are Conibears. This is a 220 Conibear. You can wire these off. You can stake them off with just cut stakes out in the woods that you put into the water. These are mainly used around water for water trapping. You can use them on land as well. They're a very, very versatile trap, and they're a killing trap. So whatever you catch in this trap, it's going to be dead when you get there most of the time. Now, again, you can wire this thing off or you can stake it off. But you're going to need to set this trap, okay? So you're going to need something that will squeeze these springs together like this one is to lock it off. And this one is sprung completely out and the trap is closed. So there's a lot of ways you can do that. You can buy setters that are basically just like a pair of two-sided pliers that squeeze the trap springs together, and that works fine. But there's something that you can get that you may even have around your house already that will work just fine for this if you're setting these before you go out. But you could even set them like this if you had to on a reset. Although an emergency tool is something that I would definitely have in my pack basket. But you can use this at home, so I'm going to show you real quick. Hang tight. This is a simple squeeze clamp from Amazon, okay? And you can put this on the spring. What I do is I get my locking mechanism up out of the way, get that trap spring, squeeze down to get it started, just like that. Make sure that you're not on top of the clamp, and just start squeezing. Okay? That's going to close that spring for you. And you just need to close it far enough that you can get that clamp, that spring safety over the top. Squeeze her a couple more times here and we'll have it. There we go. Now we can latch that over and turn it upside down like this so it doesn't come off, and release our clamp. Now we're good. Now we've effectively got this thing so it's ready to be set and open back up to its normal position. Move these whiskers down here. to be set up and ready to set in place, removing our safeties at the end. But that gives you a way that you can squeeze those springs together, especially if you set these things, set the springs before you go out on the line, which is what most people do, so that you can carry the trap out on the line like this. You don't have to worry about setting it while you're out there. But that squeeze clamp will work for a reset in an emergency as well, but it's kind of tough to squeeze it with one hand once you get that spring really compressed, and with 330s, it almost takes two hands. So that's why we make like a jerk hook, which I'm gonna show you here in just a minute, for setting these things or for getting an animal out, or in an emergency if you had to get yourself out. Okay, this tool is a J-hook, and it's made to go inside the springs of that Conibear and pull them up together while you're stepping on it. This works really good for getting animals out of a trap. I've got videos using this on my YouTube channel already. Very simple to make. You could make this with any kind of a torch you could heat this metal up with to bend it over. And then I just simply welded a T-handle on it. But if you couldn't weld it for some reason, you could just bend over one side of it so you had kind of a J handle. And that would work as well. This just works a little bit better. Again, paint this thing red somewhere on the top so you don't leave it out of set, and you'll be ready to rock and roll. Very, very simple tool, but very, very effective.
Good.
All right, so we're out here on a damage control job, and we set 6 traps out here the day before yesterday. Yesterday was freezing cold, everything was iced up, and beaver aren't gonna swim out here to fix these dams and things when it's iced up. But last night, it was in the 50s all night. Today it's in the 50s. Water's all unfrozen. Dam breaks that we put in yesterday, we put in or day before yesterday, we put a dam break in here and one over there. And we got ourselves a nice big fat floater this morning. Whew. Hammered right behind the head, just behind the shoulders here, deader than a doornail. So now this is gonna give us a chance to see what we can do with our new setter, try to get him out so we can do a reset. So now we get to see how this thing's gonna work with an animal in the trap. I'm gonna step on this thing, get this new setting tool I made in there, see if we can get this spring up here. There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I like that. Now, see what the other side, how the other side operates here. Unfortunately, I gotta kind of step on this beaver to get this to happen, but it is what it is. Here we go. Nothing to it.